famous, clearly. Welcome back. I'm still here. We're still in lockdown. I'm still sat here on this sofa. The wood pigeon's still here. The strimming stopped. And the washing is out. So we are. We're in lockdown. There's only so many times you can cut the lawn and wash the car. So why not check out some of the entertainment that's online via artspod.net. Phantom of the Opera is on tour all over the country, smashing chandeliers, and it's a fantastic performance that. When he takes his mask off and he's all scarred and balding and reveals that his name's Eric, which always struck me as odd, because Eric isn't it's not really a phantom, is he? He's a man that you meet in wigs.
Sold!
And do I dream again? For now I find
Sing, my angel of music!
the opera is there inside my mind.
Remember Grease, don't we? John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. I just remember those leather pants. Fantastic, weren't they? I'm not on about Grease. I just had a pair of those for when I used to go out. But I remember at school discos, they used to play the Grease Mega Mix, and I always remember everyone just stood in a circle going, "Did you get very far? Did she have a car?" We were all 9, very surreal. But yeah, check it out. It's the Grease. Grease is going to be on there, and it's wonderful. I mean, you got John Travolta's the famous dimple on his chin, isn't it? That little. You want to put your thumb in it. Is it a dimple? Is it on your chimple? A little chimple. It looks like you could rest a little thumb in there, couldn't you? Maybe a little bit of snooker chalk. I don't know if he plays snooker, but maybe take him along with you next time. So Grease, enjoy it.
This car could be systematic, hydromatic, ultramatic. Why, it could be greased lightning.
Greased lightning?
We'll get some overhead lift.
One of the things about Grease, the actual movie, and what captured us so much was it really came to life on screen. And everyone knows the songs, and everyone knows the routines. Well, you know, we just all know it. We grew up with it. So my character is the teenager who appears in the second half. If you've ever seen the movie, you'll see that he appears when Frenchie is in the cafe and she wants to drop out of high school, and he says, go back to high school.
The chicks will scream for grease and lightning.
Well, the show has been done the same way for the last 25 years, and this is a real opportunity for us to come in and revisit it and see it in a really fresh and exciting way.
With new piston floods and shocks, it can be
To me, possibly the greatest musical of all time. Yeah.
Next up, Sunny Afternoon, a musical based on the fantastic band The Kinks. They were an English rock band formed in Muswell Hill in 1964 by brothers Ray and Dave Davis, one of the most influential rock bands of all time. They emerged in the 60s, they started the British invasion of the United States until their touring ban in 1965 as a result of constant fighting between the brothers. And where have we seen that again since? I think we all know.
Playing at Hampstead was pretty cool, to be honest.
I think it also went far better than anyone could have ever imagined it.
I think they had to re-screw the seats in a lot of the nights because you get audience members coming sitting down and like their seats had gone loose because of the people like rocking back and forth. It literally broke the theatre.
were booking tickets like in the interval and straight afterwards. Just like, we got to come again. We got to the box office.
We sold out the whole run at Hampstead before we'd even officially opened.
Ray Davies has been involved from the very beginning, so he's been in rehearsal since we started workshopping it about 2 years ago. He sort of took the pressure off really early on. In the first workshop I sat down and had a chat with him, and he said he wasn't interested in anyone sort of impersonating it. It was more like, let's tell this story with these amazing songs. It just was a lot easier for me to kind of just look at the script and say, oh, I'm going to play the character in the script and not necessarily do an impersonation.
There will be some difference when we transfer from Hampstead to West End. I think, if anything, it will be better, but it will have the same spirit, totally. It's a great story with good comedy, but also, you know, some really moving bits. So it's great.
It's an amazing script in that respect, isn't it? There's no fat on it at all.
Yeah, it's just like sort of real, charming, proper characters, you know. If you like your music loud and good and live and yeah, I guarantee you'll have a good night.
Is he riding a lawnmower down the street? That's what he seems like. He sounds like he's riding on the back of a lawnmower. Next up, it's Kite Runner. Now, whenever the word Kite Runner, it reminds me of that old Tommy Cooper joke. I went to the doctor. I said to him, this is just like that. I said to him, have you got anything for wind? And he gave me a kite. I can't do impressions. So yeah, Kite Runner. It's actually about the fall of Afghanistan and the rise of the Taliban and the Soviet invasion. Funny joke though, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm as disappointed in me as you are.
Word had it this was going to be the biggest tournament in 25 years. Let's fly! Hassan ran and tossed the kite, then it was rocketing toward the sky. You better kill me with that first shot, because if I don't go down, I'm tearing you to pieces! I'm going to run that blue kite for you. Come back with it! For you? 1,000 times over!
It's incredible, isn't it, what you can make into a musical? Everyday items that people use. And this one is no exception. This is an absolute classic. I'm not talking about deodorant, the musical. I'm not talking about shower gel, the musical. I'm talking, of course, about Hairspray.
It's time to wrap this mother up. Oh, 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 you can't stop today. As it comes speeding down the track. Now yesterday is history. And it's never coming back. 'Cause tomorrow is a brand new day. And you don't know what comes back. 'Cause the world keeps spinning round and round. And my heart keeps time to the speed of sound. I was lost till I heard the drums and I found my way. You can't stop the beat. Ever since we first saw the light, I met a woman like to shake it on a Saturday night. So I'm gonna shake and shimmy it with all of my might today. 'Cause you can't stop the motion of the ocean or the rain from above. You can try to stop the paradise we're dreaming of, but you can't stop the rhythm of two hearts in love to stay. You can't stop the beat. You can't stop the beat. You can't stop the beat.
Waitress The Musical, which, I'll be honest with you, sounds like something I'm making up, but it's not. It's a fantastic story. It's a classic story. It's set in an American diner in the 1950s. Jenna is a person who wants to change her life and does so by representing parts of that life in pies. Yes, that's actually what it says here, in pies. Representing your life in pies. That sounds like This Is Your Life in Wigan, doesn't it? I mean, it's basically Greg's The Musical, isn't it? It sounds fantastic. I think she goes beyond chicken and mushroom, though, and steak and kidney. But any show about pies gets my vote. I don't know what they're serving in the interval. Probably mushy peas and gravy. But why not check it out? Waitress The Musical. Garçon! That's a boy waitress, isn't it? You do that, don't you? You've got no manners. I don't know. Always take your tray back. That's all we've got time for this week. Check out artspod.net for more information on these shows and many others, and the ones that have been streamed online. Do check with theatres for rescheduled tickets and tour dates. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.